Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. I just came home. I was set to record the transfer video, just going on an update, and we got this huge, big report that we're set to discuss here regarding obviously the Portuguese Messi 2.0 Rodrigo Mora. Let me get this report right here. So, according to the latest rumors from FC Porto, the situation is reportedly very tense between Rodrigo Mora and the coach Francisco Farioli, to the point where the new Portuguese international no longer wishes to play under his management and is prioritizing an immediate departure mercato. This is absolutely beautiful, wonderful news, and this is Paris Saint Germain's strategy, a bit similar to Real Madrid. What we're doing now is we are less negotiating with clubs, less talking with clubs, but more with the players. We obviously know we have strong contact with the representatives of Rodrigo Mora at FC Porto, and Paris Saint-Germain's stance has been clear. We have interest in Rodrigo Mora. We would love to have Rodrigo Mora either this summer or next summer, but we're not willing to pay the 70 million release clause they currently has at FC Porto. And look at this, we just got a banger now with Rodrigo Mora wanting to leave, putting Porto in a situation where they have to choose. And I think, let me just double check, because I'm very sure this manager is new, because Rodrigo Mora did not have these issues. Yeah, I mean, Farioli right here, he's the former Ajax manager. Yeah, I remember him crying when he lost the league, man. Porto. So he's the new manager of Porto. And, you know, Rodrigo Mora, he wasn't like a starter at Porto last season. If we take a look at his minutes and everything, let me take a look. So, yeah, 24-25, you can see 23 games played in the league, 16 starts. That's still a lot. That is still a lot of game time. And what? He's only what? 17, 18? Yeah, 18 years of age, 105 days. So, for a big part of that season as well, he was only 17 years of age, but he was still playing a lot. And look at his contribution, 14 GA in 1,370 minutes, 16 starts. Like, these are really great numbers for Rodrigo Mora. And like, when you watch Rodrigo Mora, he does stuff you rarely see that many players do. He plays with a lot of confidence and so on. Has also scored in big games. Let me see. Alright. I have no idea why it doesn't pop up here. Obviously, he was, good in the Club World Cup for Porto. I've seen him score against Benfica or something. I don't know why they're lying here. Well, anyways, so Rodrigo Mora, the situation at Porto, this is absolutely perfect for Paris Saint-Germain, because we want to bring that 70 million price down. How do you bring the 70 million price down? Well, if the player wants to leave. This is absolutely perfect for us, because before Rodrigo Mora was comfortable at Porto, he's coming out of the academy there, he doesn't want to create a fuss with the club. But now, Francisco Farioli, he is helping us. He's like an inside agent fixing the situation for us, and now he is prioritizing an immediate departure. Rodrigo Mora, the club he would love to go to is obviously Paris Saint-Germain. We have strong contacts with him. We've shown a constant interest in him. The only question mark has been the price tag. Luis Campos has obviously been monitoring his situation for a very long time. And with Paris Saint-Germain playing with potentially 4 attackers this season, we definitely have to strengthen the attack. We only have Gonçalo Ramos, Bradley Barcola, Ousmane Dembele, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doué, Kangili, and even Ibrahima Mbaye for 4 position. We still need to strengthen it. And I think Rodrigo Mora, this is the perfect opportunity to go for him. It was between him and Magne Sachlios, but this report here, I mean, it's perfect. Because now we can maybe sit and negotiate with Porto and potentially get Rodrigo Mora for like 50 million. Because before, he did used to have a 50 million release clause, but like in April or May at the end of the season, because nobody had activated it, it automatically became a 70 million release clause, which still isn't that much of money when you look at today's market, but Paris Saint-Germain are cheap. And they want to stay to their standard. Their standard since the beginning of this transfer window. We are not willing to pay that amount of money for Rodrigo Mora. I mean, this is absolutely perfect. Rodrigo Mora, I mean, he's a gem. He's a gem. As I said before, Messi 2.0. I mean, non-penalty goals, 99 percentile in Europe's top 5 leagues, including attacking midfielders or wingers. And when it comes to Rodrigo Mora, like his position, let's see data and be if they can give like a good description of Rodrigo Mora here to showcase to you guys. Let's see, he could be striker. Rodrigo Mora. No. So he's counted as a winger here. Rodrigo Mora. There we go. Assist really high, non-penalty XG and XA really high, non-penalty goals. I mean, extremely high. Dribbles good, carrying good, and then crosses and slightly less key passes and so on. Obviously, doesn't play that much. A lot of these are like per 90 numbers, but still 16 starts. And as they mentioned in the report, if we go to FootMob, check out Porto. I don't know if their league has actually started. Could Liga Portugal. All right. So they played one game here, Liga Portugal. Let's check it out. Rodrigo Mora, obviously not in the squad. Not at all. On the bench. There he is. Came on in the 78th minute. So he did come on, but not enough, at least in his eyes. Okay, doesn't start. Does not come off the bench. Is on the bench. Yeah, and those were the photos and videos that we saw as well, where Rodrigo Mora was not given an opportunity and was mad on the bench. Came on 67th minute. So, yeah, he's mad at the manager. We've seen the video. If I can find it, Rodrigo Mora bench maybe. It was a like famous video that was surfacing. Yeah, this one right here. The best Portuguese talent to Porto's top player left on the bench. So Rodrigo Mora deserves to start, not sit out. A gem like this should always be on the pitch. And, you know, they are correct, because if we go back to the Club World Cup, where they had Porto had the previous manager. I don't think they had Farioli during the Club World Cup. Let me see. Fixtures, Club World Cup. All right, Palmeiras, Inter Miami, and Al Ahly. And now let's take a look at, you know, his minutes and situation and so on. Boom. Starts versus Palmeiras. Inter Miami. Starts versus Inter Miami. Porto. Starts and gets a goal. So he was starting in this big tournament, in this big competition, you know, with their best 11s and everything. Obviously, the manager has changed the lineup a bit. Farioli, he's playing different formation, I think, with different players. So obviously, has, you know, it depends on what profile he has, if he wants to play them and so on. But yeah, no, this is absolutely perfect news. 12 days left of the transfer window. I've said the reports from Paris Saint Germain say we could get a transfer. We're focusing on departures, but this Rodrigo Mora situation at Porto could open itself up and be absolutely perfect news for Paris Saint Germain. I think around the 50 million mark, plus maybe some cheeky bonuses, would be enough for PSG to get Rodrigo Mora to Paris Saint Germain. Well, let's end the day with some great news. That's been it from boy PSG. And hopefully, guys, enjoyed this video. And as usual, bye bye.